Today's appetizer is Russian roulette. I can't wait to see who gets the rotten food. Well then, why don't we eat?
If I'm the one that gets hit, I'm going to get a divorce.
What?
Trouble busters!
I'll help you.
I'm sure you're tired, it's fine.
We don't even have kids. There's no way she's tired.
You know how tiring the chores are. You should at least let her rest in times like these.
Thank you very much.
No, any normal daughter-in-law would help. Why are you sitting down? I'm gonna go rent a DVD.
You're in the way.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like to put strangers into the kitchen. I know my dear Kevin regrets choosing a woman like you. I really want to find him a new wife as soon as possible.
My name is Melanie. In front of my husband, Kevin, my mother-in-law acts like a good mom, but when we're left alone, she doesn't stop bullying me like this. That being said, I see my mother-in-law once or twice a month. I thought I could just tolerate it in those times, but...
Hey, that was ridiculous.
I'm very sorry, but I couldn't handle an omelet full of shells.
There weren't any shells in there. If you didn't want to eat it, then don't lie. That's seriously unbelievable.
You won't listen to anything I say, will you?
Because you refuse to help with anything, my mom is working hard by herself, isn't she? And yet, all you do is complain about something every time. Aren't you embarrassed?
But...
You were raised too poorly. This is why a single-parent household is a shame.
It has nothing to do with this. You've never once listened to my side of the story until now.
Was it soggy noodles last time? I'm sure that was just a coincidence.
There was no way that I could eat the noodles that had completely soaked up the soup and were falling apart.
You were just too slow to eat it. Stop making it my mom's fault.
I can't take it anymore if you can't understand that I don't want to go to your family home.
Huh? Are you stupid? Are you trying to get a divorce?
Divorce?
Stop saying things that are such a pain. You're so annoying.
2 weeks later. We need to talk.
I'm listening to the radio right now. Make it later.
You haven't listened to anything I've wanted to say since last time. This is an important conversation.
What a chore.
Where's Kevin?
He's outside.
Sure, here.
What?
The food expenses.
I'm sorry.
I'm home.
Welcome home, darling. I bought appetizers today, so go ahead and take a seat.
I want to go home.
Today's appetizer is a Russian roulette. I can't wait to see who gets the rotten food. Well then, why don't we eat?
What do you mean, a Russian roulette?
Today I bought a super high-end meat cutlet at the department store, but they didn't have enough, so one is homemade.
What? You made it, Mom? Well then, surely it's gonna be delicious.
Because everybody else gets a famous meat cutlet. Of course mine is going to be the same as being rotten.
I bet it's going to be mine, isn't it?
We won't find out until we eat it, will we? Because look, they all look exactly alike, right?
I don't have to eat it to know.
Melanie, stop ruining the fun out of this game.
I haven't handed her the food expenses. At this rate, I don't know what I'm about to be fed. She always treats me like I'm a pain. And Kevin refuses to listen to me either. I can't continue in this situation forever. I'm not going to forgive them. It's a trouble buster.
Well then, let's eat.
If I'm the one that gets hit, then I'm going to get a divorce.
What?
Huh? You need to cut it out already. Is that how badly you don't want to eat the one that my mom made?
It's fine, Kevin. It's not like I'm not good at cooking anyway. I'm so sorry for making you so unhappy, Melanie.
There's no need for you to apologize, Mom. You should be apologizing, Melanie.
No, I'm going to be stubborn and will refuse.
Excuse me?
If by any chance my plate doesn't have your mom's handmade meat cutlet, then I'll pay $20 for the meal every single time I come over here.
$20? What the hell are you seriously saying? Have you gone crazy in the head? What's the matter with you, Melanie?
It was my fault for making it like a game. I'm sorry.
There's no need for you to apologize, Mom. It's just sad. This one is messed up in the head.
But still.
Even if it's not a luxury meat cutlet, if it's one that you made, then there's no way it's not gonna be delicious, Mom.
Thank you, my sweet Kevin. You really did grow up to be a kind boy.
Mom this, Mom that. It's really making my skin crawl.
You know what, Melanie? Even if it's a joke, if you keep saying things like that, I'm gonna be the one to divorce you.
Is that so?
If we get a divorce, you're the one that's gonna be in trouble. So don't you think you should keep your mouth shut? Anyway, let's hurry up and eat. Oh, wow, what is this? It's delicious! Oh, you're right. This is really delicious.
Mine too. It's so juicy. It's not the same as making it at home ourselves.
So that means...
It was on my plate after all.
You're bad at games, aren't you?
Do you still not understand? It's not about being good or bad at games.
You're the one who doesn't understand. Seriously, that's enough already. That's rude to my mom who went out of her way to make you one.
Is that so? We really are doing something terribly rude to the food.
If you understand, then stop running your mouth and hurry up and eat it.
Okay, I will.
Huh?
This is...
Seriously, you can really stop with that act. What, were you trying to become an actress or something? There's no way. There's no way.
I'm not trying to be any kind of actress. Ma'am, thank you for going through the trouble of deep frying rotten meat for me.
Rotten meat? Hey, you deep-fried rotten meat? That's not a meat cutlet at all.
I said it at the beginning, didn't I? I had some expired meat in the fridge. That's all I had. I'm very sorry.
But that's no reason to...
I never once said anything about it being a good meat cutlet. I said that in the beginning, didn't I?
I'm already used to this anyway.
Used to it? What do you mean by that? Just leave it, Dad. It's all just her being delusional and playing the victim. But also, how dare you speak to my mom like that?
This is all my fault, so it's fine. Please don't blame Melanie.
Mom, seriously, read the room. Now hurry up and eat.
I'm truly so sorry. I'm sure you must hate to have such an unthoughtful mother-in-law. I hope you do forgive me.
I don't think it's a matter of thoughtfulness.
Damn it.
I don't feel very well, so I'm not going to eat anymore.
Are you stupid? Are you gonna waste that food? I can't believe that. I'm sure my mom made it, but it's still delicious. How are you gonna ruin the meal like this? Just sit down and eat.
Is that so? Yes, you're right. It is rude to the food, because I also think it's a waste. If you think so, then you can finish this, Kevin.
Huh? Why should I have to? I have my own plate right here.
Well, then I'm very sorry, but I have no choice but to clean it away. Even that was something that your mother made just for me. It wasn't to my liking.
It's fine, Melanie. Just leave it. I'll go clean it up.
It's fine, Mom. Just leave it. You know what, Melanie? Stop getting in a bad mood just because yours isn't an expensive meat cutlet.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, it is. It's pathetic. Stop being so pretentious about your food.
Pretentious about food, huh? So that's what it looks like to you, Kevin.
Rotten meat is shocking even to me. Dad, keep your mouth shut.
Well, Kevin. Both of you don't fight. This was my bad. Here, Melanie, I already had a bite, but you should eat this one.
No, you went out of your way to make this one for me, so if I do that, then I'm just going to be getting yelled at again by Kevin.
It's going to be fine, right, Kevin?
No, I'm always telling her that she needs to cut it out already. And today, of all days, I've reached my limit.
Kevin, will you be able to say the same thing if you eat this?
I don't understand you, obviously.
You can't eat that, Kevin.
What? Water!
There you go.
What the hell? What? Didn't you make this, Mom? You didn't buy it, did you? What is going on? No, it's super spicy. What did you put in this?
You know, I didn't think that the meat would have any flavor by itself, so I thought that Melanie would enjoy it. It was just a little bit more spicy. But then when I tried to add some flavor to it, I put maybe a little bit too much hot sauce and I couldn't turn back.
I don't think this is a matter of a little bit too much.
You finally understand, Kevin?
No, surely it was just a coincidence.
Yes, I truly am sorry.
You're still going to say that after eating it? I'm disappointed from the bottom of my heart.
Because...
Kevin, you always tell me, don't you? What a waste it is. And I think that's exactly it. I always feel very sad when I have to leave any food.
That and this are...
Are you trying to say that they're different?
Yeah.
Is that so? Because the person who's really wasting the food is your mother, and yet you still don't seem to understand. That's enough. I'm going to leave, so if you'll excuse me.
What exactly is going on?
Until now, things like this have happened to me many times, and no matter how many times I explained it, Kevin never even tried to understand.
What do you mean many times? I've never done something like this before.
That's right. And look at you, complaining this much about something so small. You're always delusional and playing the victim.
Delusional and playing the victim. But also, didn't you find it strange what your mother just said, Kevin?
What?
Earlier, she said that she thought I would enjoy it more if she made it just a little bit spicy, didn't she?
Oh, well, that was...
That's just because you happened to get hit by the roulette. Stop nitpicking over the smallest words.
Is that really what you think? You only continue to disappoint me. When we all had ramen together, my noodles only were completely soggy and breaking apart. When we had omelets, mine had a topping full of shells. And that was the first time I'd ever tasted anything like that. And plus, when we had sashimi, only mine was full of bones. I couldn't swallow, and that was really painful.
Hey, that's enough.
Well, that's right. When everybody was eating high-grade steak and you were saying how soft it is and how it just melts, I was sitting there alone eating a rock-hard $5 super cheap steak.
That was...
Are you trying to tell me you didn't do that? When I went to the kitchen to help you, I saw everything.
I
I still have a lot more. Would you like to hear them?
No, that's enough. I'm already full.
That's disappointing because that was only the smallest portion of it.
Why would you do such a thing? Is this what they call mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problems? I totally thought that you adored Melanie all this time.
Yeah, almost like a cult following. You kept saying, Mom, Mom. The Oedipus complex sure is scary.
The Oedipus complex?
It's exactly what it is. Perhaps any son would want to take their mother's side, but to take it this far and refuse to listen to your wife and only defend your mother, that's what someone with an Oedipus complex would do.
I'm sorry that I never noticed anything. I also only thought that you were just a daughter-in-law that complained more than most.
I'm sure that's the case because you never seem to care about anything around you.
Sorry.
Even for me, this is the first time she puts out something so spicy, so I was shocked, especially when I had already told her I don't do well with spicy things. You went out of your way to buy it for me, didn't you? How kind of you.
No.
Now that you mention it, it's true. So does that mean that you went out of your way just to harass Melanie?
That's not it, Kevin. I did it with good intentions.
So that's what this was all about, wasn't it? All of this harassment.
I can't believe you were the type of person to do that. I'm ashamed.
Well, then this time I really am going to excuse myself.
Wait a minute. I won't do anything to you anymore. I promise. Please believe me.
That'd be impossible.
Hey, Melanie, I'm gonna go with you. Open up the door.
Why don't you just stay with your mother that you love so much? It's too late at this point. Plus, I tried to tell you so many times before, and yet you refused to even try to listen to me.
Well, I didn't know it was that important of a conversation.
Even though I said it was an important conversation, you prioritized listening to the radio, and I was over it at that point.
Come on, that was in the past. You can forgive me now.
In the past. It happened just a few hours ago. How convenient for you.
Anyway, just open up.
I've already decided on the divorce, and I'm not going to budge.
No way. But I can't live without you, Melanie. Come on, please understand.
I don't want to live with you, Kevin. Somebody who only believes what their mother says more than their wife. I can't be with somebody like that anymore.
Hey, Melanie!
I'm taking off.
Are you serious? Wait, Melanie!
So I grabbed the bare minimum necessities and packed them up and decided to go back to my parents' house.
Hey, I got the divorce papers in the mail.
I'm sure you did.
And not only that, but what is this? A settlement fee?
It's a settlement fee for the emotional distress that you caused me. It's a given.
How am I supposed to pay $20,000? And not only that, but $300 a month of child support fees. That's a scam and I'm never gonna live with it.
What are you saying? The reason why you're not going to live with the child is because of your own doing.
That might be true, but...
We're going to speak through a lawyer for the rest. Goodbye. I made sure to get the promise of the settlement fee and the child support fees, and the divorce went through. My former in-laws as well, after this incident, got a divorce. My former mother-in-law, who had bullied and hurt me so much, had never before worked in her life, and I heard that she's struggling to keep part-time jobs to make ends meet. Apparently I had a lot more stress built up than I thought, so ever since I moved back in with my parents, I've been able to have the most relaxing and stable life. And my goodness, does it feel good. It's a trouble buster.